This is a live edition of Thirsty for Wrestling, and the gameplay I'm showing you right now is Call of Duty Black Ops 3. And I'm gonna talk about what happened with WWE, what's going on in WWE, and also Extreme Rules, my thoughts about it. And not only that, talking about two people got released from WWE, Adam Rose and Cody Rhodes as well. And also, I want to throw in my prediction for the next pay-per-view event, WWE back Money in the Bank. And also, I'm gonna show you each gameplay I recorded, and I'm going to show you the gameplay of it. And also, what you're seeing right now, I got play a little game, Total Victory, try to gun up for that 75 wins. So, pretty much, I'm going to show you the live edition of it very soon. I'll go back and play again and try to earn these rewards and show you a live supply drops and weapon bribe as well. So I'm going to show you gameplay I just did earlier, because usually I always record the gameplay and upload them on YouTube like I used to do, but it's a little bit problem with the game capture from my PS4. It recorded everything, but it showed like at least like 10-second the last part of the gameplay, and which is just kind of pre-butcher it up. But I'm going to show you all four right now. So this right here, I'm going to show you this team deathmatch, and I'm going to explain to you what's going on with Extreme Rules and what my thoughts of it. I seen Extreme Rules last night, and it was okay. It was okay. Okay, it wasn't worse. It was dry. It was dry. The build up is okay, but it was kind of pretty dry. The matches was pretty good. Some it lived up to the hype, some didn't. And the best part about it was Seth Rollins come back. That's the biggest pop I've heard for a long time. And Seth Rollins comes back either a face or a heel. Either way, when he beat up Roman Reigns, he got the biggest pop. And first I'm gonna start with a qualification match with Dolph Ziggler and Baron Corbin. The match itself is okay. A lot of great back and forth. Not too many weapons. You know, you don't see that much weapon in a no DQ match. But the way it looked, it just looked pretty good. It looked pretty decent. But Baron Corbin hit with a low blow and hit him with the ends of day. And the other match I've seen was pretty good. Was the other match was kind of pretty good. Was the tag team tornado match? That match was pretty good between the Club and let's see, hold up, the Club and the Usos. There we go. The Club and the Usos, and those matches was good as well. Old school tag team tornado match. Go all over the ring. And my favorite part where Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows lift Jimmy Uso over his shoulder, and they give him a kick to the face, and they kick him so hard, you know, Carl Anderson showed a little sign of hurt on his foot. That was a good move. And the match was pretty awesome. People really dislike the Usos, so they give the wins to the Club, which I expected. Another match. It was good. Was the United States Championship match. Rusev against Kalisto. And between those two, that match was good. I thought Kalisto walked away with a win. I know somebody in my own crew disliked Kalisto. I won't mention no name. but there was one awkward moment when Kalisto got suplexed into the apron. Oh, got tossed down into the apron by Rusev. And Kalisto hurt his back, and the referee tried to pull Rusev back, but Rusev keep on stumping his back and working on the back, And I thought like, okay, that's kind of pretty odd, you know. At least stop the match and give Russo a win with a no contest, well not win, no contest, but a win by. I don't know how they're gonna do it. At least toss out the no contest or DQ somewhere somehow. But they let it go and let Russo give him the acolyte, which I have never seen before. Just like my brother say, it's like acolyte from hell. And the way Kalisto leaned back, it was kind of grimy on that one. Rusev won because the two-time United States champion. I really don't see Kalisto and Rusev feud continue. That feud highlight died by itself. But it'd be interesting what Rusev's going to do with the U.S. title. I remember not too long ago they tried to bring back the European title, but they actually didn't go through with it. I don't know why, but I would love to see that. And plus add on to my collection for my championship collection. Another one was the Fatal 4-Way match as for the Intercontinental Championship. Cesaro, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and The Miz. My favorite part was Sami Zayn just gave a hula kick to Kevin Owens straight off the match, or off the match, and have The Miz and Cesaro look at each other and start off with the match right off the bat. The match was pretty awesome, you know, great move, great spots for Sami Zayn. All four workers did a great job. There's one moment, it was kind of pretty dumb when Sami Zayn gave Cesaro a kick to the face. As he was going for the pin, Kevin Owens pulled Sami Zayn from Cesaro, and Sami Zayn started attacking him. Besides push him off and hop back into the match, Sami Zayn decided to go back after Kevin Owens and start beating him until The Miz comes in and steal the win from him and to retain his title. So between these two guys, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, the feud is like beyond the title, which is unfortunate. And I won't be surprised to see them two be in the Money in the Bank. And I will give you a rundown with the Money in the Bank and where my prediction is going to be. But the way I see this two, how this feud is going to end is, my best guess is Hell in a Cell at SummerSlam. That will be a perfect idea between these two guys. But The Miz retained the title and walk away with the IC Championship. Another one, it was the submission match, Charlotte versus Natalya. It was interesting. I will say it was okay-ish back and forth, but fast forward, Dana Brooke comes out in a very random fashion and help Charlotte to retain her title by making Natalya tap out with a figure eight lock. The match was supposed to be good, and there's nothing more I can say about that. It was a good match. I wish I would expect more from it, but it's WWE. Another one is a solemn match. Dean Ambrose against Chris Jericho. And I say this to my brother BZ, say it to my friends John and Tyler. That match had to be the most driest match I've ever seen. If you use the barbed wire, please use it. They always use it with the stomach. When you get hit on the stomach on the back by Chris Jericho. And if you use the barbed wire, I expect to see some more. I want to see a little bit of some bloodshed, in which we see with the thumbtack. Now with the thumbtack, the match was so drawn out. I feel like it was dry, and I don't think the fans even care. They do care a little bit, give that sympathy care, but throughout the whole match, it felt dry, and it didn't get me hyped up. Even when Chris Jericho got slammed into a thumbtack, I wasn't even hyped. I wasn't even like, oh man, you seen that? That match was awesome, bro. No, it was like, okay, thumbtack, cool. Prime example, if you really want to give me a hype, look back, Randy Orton against Captain Jack, 2004 Backlash in a hardcore match for the IC title, for the Intercontinental Championship. That match was phenomenal. Like the moment when Randy Orton tried to give Cactus Jack an RKO, but it was being counter, and Cactus Jack tossed Randy Orton into a bait of thumbtack, and you see Randy Orton's expression. That got me hyped because the match was fast paced, it was moving along at a good pace. It was an epic move. So to compare with this one, not so much. It was like, it was okay. Long drawn, couldn't take the match seriously, but it was they tried their best, you know. It was okay. Another match, I think it was the last match. It was the Extreme Rules, Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles. Now, there's so many things I want to talk about this. It was a good potential, it was a good match. Randy Orton, not Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, he gave off like more offense than AJ Styles, which AJ Styles, you know, could be a good fight, but Roman Reigns looked superhuman. Like, for real, like, of course he sailed off, you know, he was hurting, but when you gave him, like, the oh my god mode of the spear out of nowhere, like, straight off from a 2K16, moved to 2K17, it was straight up random. And we all see it coming. But I'm kind of glad to see, you know, the Uso comes out and see the club comes out and make it more perfect sense. All of them comes out and help out their friends. You know, the family, the Uso help out Roman Reigns, and the club helping out AJ Styles. And I thought, you know, I'm not the only one. I thought AJ Styles may pull up the upset, but Roman Reigns, you know, he won with the spear, and it wasn't that much of extreme. You know, I haven't seen that much weapons. I haven't seen that much. Of course, we see some chair, but I haven't seen too much. Of course, we see AJ Styles being put through 2 announcing tables. And, you know, see a couple of chairs and everywhere, but it wasn't enough, you know. And I expect more from it, but it was a dry match, and Roman Reigns won the match, and the crowd really disliked Roman Reigns. And I've seen this other podcasts, other YouTubers talk about, you know, Roman Reigns, he's a good worker, you know, Roman Reigns, this and that, blah 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 blah. And one part, I did watch this popular video from a wrestling site, from YouTube, talking about what do you expect from Roman Reigns. You know, he is superhuman, and he's the main guy, he's the main champion. And my thought about this, you know, I will tell you the whole thing about Extreme Rules, but the whole thing about it is, back in the day when Roman Reigns was our guy, we liked him, and we all think he would be the WWE champion or the World Heavyweight champion before they put the two tag together. We all thought that he's one of us, and he would be a perfect guy for it. But they pretty much didn't go for it, and we're just kind of pretty messed up. But they made it as the WWE guy and pushed down our throat by forcefully. Prime example of it, who we like them like naturally, 2 guys, Batista and EC3. EC3 from TNA, Batista from WWE during Ruthless Aggression era. Remember when Batista was part of, you know, the Evolution, and he was a heel, and we really disliked him. And then after the Revolution started breaking up, and we see, you know, the whole thing, Batista is getting that push slowly, and the fans start seeing him, start seeing the baby face, and we start slowly, naturally liking him. Start liking Batista. And then after around the Royal Rumble wins, we like him even more, and we see the story folded, and we start rooting for the guy, and for the storyline and part of the guy. He's a great guy. After he won the World Heavyweight Championship, we liked him. Nobody booed him, nobody, you know, this and that. After he moved to SmackDown, we still liked him. This I know everybody liked him, including myself. When Batista got injured, he had to give up his belt. You see the crowd, you see the fans, you know, mostly invested into Batista. You know, everybody loved Batista. Even I see one girl, she cry her eyes out for Batista. Vice versa with EC3. When EC3 come down to TNA, of course he was a heel, and But I like EC3 because the way he handle himself, the way he how the character present, and all of that, how he played with the crowd. Once he become the TNA World Champion, he was a strong heel. You can't help yourself but to like him. And once he turned like babyface, automatically he was a monster face because we like him from the jump. But opposite of Roman Reigns, not so much. It felt forced. You know what I'm saying? It felt forced, and it's kind of unbearable. But back to the Extreme Rules prediction and the whole thing. The Extreme Rules okay. The best thing about it, Seth Rollins comes out and give Roman Reigns a pedigree and leaving the show with a good high note. If I would have rated this show, I would have give it 2.5 out of 5. It just didn't phase me that much. Except for AJ Styles Roman Reigns match. Oh yeah, the New Day and Bob Villains. I forgot about the tag team. That match was epic. The New Day retained the tag team title. I think they deserved it. I think they're gonna keep on holding on the tag team title. I think pretty much once this video is up, I think they're gonna I think they're supposed to break the record of the longest reign tag team title in history. Last person to hold that title over a year was Paul London and Brian Kinger, I think. But yeah. But overall, the only title that changed hands was the US title. The match was pretty decent, but like I said, overall it is 2.5 out of 5.
Ruling down.
And speaking of WWE, from Extreme Rules to two talent got released. One who requested for his release, and other got released by All the Troubles. I want to talk about Cody Rhodes release. Once I heard about him asking for his release, I knew it was over, and it took him like 2 or 3 days for him to get released, and got released on the day of Extreme Rules. Hey, I seen all the tweet. I seen his statement about the WWE. And the other part, he did bring up like how the creative team didn't help him out too much, and how they know all his ideas, even the WrestleMania match he was supposed to have. He had to sit in the backstage and seeing the match being canceled, and how the bookies too busy and hitting on the NXT women and not helping out. And I've seen it all, and to be honest, I really like Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes was a great wrestler, and it really hitting off when after Dashing Road, when he bring back the Intercontinental Championship, the white strap, and that's what I got right now in my room. I got the Intercontinental Championship belt, one of my favorite belt now. But but I'm a big fan of Cody Rhodes. I think he was great during the Legacy run when he was a former WWE World Tag Team Champion with Ted DiBiase, and I thought he would be a main eventer, and by that time I thought he'd become the World Heavyweight Champion or WWE Champion. But at the time, to get the World Title and WWE Championship, I thought World Champion would fit perfectly. But when you start partnering with Damien Sandow and what's it, Rose Schooler, I think it's called Rose School. I forgot the name of the tag team. I know Damien Sandow and Cody Rhodes were together, and I thought they were going to take them title from there. But there's so many opportunities for Cody Rhodes. WWE keep on dropping the ball with him, and they dropped the biggest ball on him with the Stardust thing. And to be honest, I wasn't a fan of Stardust. I was more a fan of when Cody Rhodes and Goldust worked together as a tag team, and they worked very well, and I liked it. Up there in the aspect, seeing him gunning for the main event, and he looked like a main event. And I've seen so many people talking about he don't fit to be a part of the main event, or there's more to it, and all kind of stuff. But he paid his dues and put up great moments and great matches, and it's unfortunate that WWE don't see that. But the other thing I do know is that Cody Rhodes say, in his own words, that he's not done with professional wrestling. And this is my thoughts. I can see Cody Rhodes to be in Lucha Underground or be in New Japan Pro Wrestling. I don't mind seeing him be in TNA. I think he'd be perfect for TNA, but I think he would fit more in Ring of Honor would be good too, but I think he'd fit more in Lucha Underground or maybe in New Japan Pro Wrestling, because I think he would be a great main eventer from there. And for Lucha Underground, I think he'd do a phenomenal job being the role in Lucha Underground. I've seen so many guys being Lucha Underground, like Johnny Mundo, Chavo Guerrero, all the former WWE talent and TNA talent as well, went over there and became successful. Seeing him in New Japan Pro Wrestling, my fantasy of seeing him in New Japan Pro Wrestling is I would love to see him part of the Bullet Club. That will be an epic move for Cody Rhodes, and seeing him dominate it. And matter of fact, seeing him win the World Championship, seeing him win the IWGP Championship, or win the IWGP Intercontinental title. One way to another, you do it. I think it would become way more successful outside from WWE. If you do go to TNA, I think him being a world champion is very high. We've seen that with EC3, we've seen that Christian, Bully Ray, all list of names who from WWE to TNA become the world champion. Another release, Adam Rose. At first hand, I was a fan of him until WWE dropped the ball on him. But since he failed violate his wellness policy with a ban of substance, it was unfortunate. It was kind of like, my god damn, you know, I wish, you know, he would bounce back from it. And then he was charged with domestic abuse, from the report saying he grabbed his wife by the head and screamed at her, and that's where WWE had to cut him off. And for me, that's a big no-no, and I've lost respect for him. You don't do that to your loved ones, and there's nowhere in hell that he will find any wrestling job from that part. I would be surprised if he did find one, but if he does, TNA. I remember Bram, he went the same situation when he got arrested for domestic charge against his wife. But everything forgiven, and he is King of the Mountain champion. I don't know when he'll lose his belt, but that's where we've seen it. That's two release news from it, and pretty much one of them going to be successful, and the other one just fall back. Now we are headed to Money in the Bank. This is one of my favorite pay-per-view. I consider it like one of the big pay-per-views. Now, back in the day, it used to be 5. You got the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, King of the Ring, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. And I compare the Money in the Bank to the King of the Ring. That'll be a next topic for Thirsty for Wrestling on my next video very soon. Money in the Bank is the best thing. The first time we see Money in the Bank, that's back in WrestleMania 21, being invented by Chris Jericho and the Bookers. And for this year, Money in the Bank, I should say, let me go back. Money in the Bank is kind of like a gift and a curse. We've seen people who won the Money in the Bank become champions. We've seen Edge won the Money in the Bank. He became the WWE champion. Then he reclaimed the Money in the Bank again, and seeing him become the world champion after defeating the Undertaker on SmackDown. First time around, beat John Cena. Second time around, beat the Undertaker. We seen Rob Van Dam. He cashed it in and set up a match for John Cena at ECW One Night Stand 2006, one of the greatest matches of all time. And we seen CM Punk win back-to-back, and he won both back-to-back world championships. Who else won the Money in the Bank? We seen The Miz, we seen Dolph Ziggler, Sheamus, John Cena. Who else? Damien Sandow. But some also Mr. Anderson or Mr. Kennedy. But the only two, matter of fact, no, John Cena, Mr. Kennedy, and John Cena, Mr. Kennedy, and Demi Sando. The only three people in history who cashed it in, or actually two who failed to cash in and lose, but one who lose it and without even an attempt to cash it in. But for this year, Money in the Bank will be interesting because there's some very few names I consider to be participating on the Money in the Bank, and only one name that stick out the most may win it the whole thing. There's some plenty of names I can think of. I wish I will discuss it. I will discuss more on the Money in the Bank prediction, but here's is my top 3 to walk out as the Money in the Bank winner, and I will explain to you why. Number 1. Not number 1. I'm going like backward. There's 3. Of course, I see it. Number 3. It would have to be. There's so many names I try to think of, but I try to think about an idea. Number 3, Dean Ambrose. The way how Dean Ambrose, being pushed. I've seen him being the main event a couple of times. The last time he was main event for the title, it was a Roadblock back in February, or no, it was back in March. It was one of the months, and he was main event for the title. And it was a good move, but he lost. But the fans really get behind the Dean Ambrose. They really like him, and they could see him as a main eventer and see him as a champion as long WWE don't force down throw, and we just love to see him have a little push. The second one is Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens will be a great pick. He was an NXT champion. He was a former Intercontinental champion, and he could be a great main eventer. And seeing him be main event spot, I think it would look good. And plus, it would look good look for NXT. It's kind of like, hey, if I can make it, you can make it too. And plus, he's my favorite wrestler. I followed him since the Ring of Honor day. I don't know if you follow him through PWG era, follow him earlier time, but I know him as Kevin Steen from Ring of Honor during his time as the Ring of Honor champion and his time with Scum. And the last one is between these two people, and I thought about it. It's between AJ Styles and I'll try to think. AJ Styles and an NXT star. Now, when I say NXT stars, I can think of anybody come from NXT just for the come up. But I think NXT, well, that'd be pushed too far. AJ Styles, there we go, AJ Styles. We've seen him main event for the title shot for many times. He got that big pop. I think AJ Styles is a bona fide main eventer. But of him winning the Money in the Bank, it will raise his stake. And I think for participation of him cashing it in will be phenomenal. Seeing him cashing in because of the WWE World Championship, it'd be epic. And that's the way I see it. And that's my top 3. I know it was kind of short, but that's what I thought about it. But for Money in the Bank, I will give my deep thoughts about it and give more deep details about it. But those are my top 3: Dean Ambrose, Kevin Owens, and AJ Styles. Those 3s I would like to see them be the Money in the Bank. Others, wild names I could throw in. I can see like Brock Lesnar being a Money in the Bank, but they'll probably save him up for SummerSlam. Another name I would love to see him be the Money in the Bank: Randy Orton. We all remember that Randy Orton never get a proper. Actually, but he did get a title shot. I would think about last year, but he did get a title shot. Seth Rollins will be good, but he already became a Money in the Bank, and I think Money in the Bank is a one-time thing. Another idea I've been thinking about, I think this could be done if they done it right. The New Day. Now, think about it. We've seen the New Day pull the Freebird rules for the tag team title. Imagine they would do a Freebird rules for the Money in the Bank briefcase. Think about it. If you have Kofi Kingston pulling the Money in the Bank, that means all three of them is a Money in the Bank winner, and all three of them could be a cold WWE champions, and have the first time ever 3 African Americans become the champions. History making. So you got Money in the Bank winners, all three, Freebird rules, and all from African Americans. That's a three-peat. That's a great history. But WWE don't have the balls to pull it off. Another notable name I can think of, Cesaro. That would be a great name. Dolph Ziggler, despite of him getting screwed over dozens of times, I really can't see that, but I think it had been sold off a long time ago. I'm trying to think another great name to have. I can see Sami Zayn, but Sami Zayn, you know, winning the Money in the Bank and then somehow him losing to Kevin Owens. That's the only way I can see that. Bray Wyatt, that will be another good name for the Money in the Bank winner. Once he comes back from the injury, he become 100% ready. And that's all the name I can think of, but I will get more details about it. So, therefore, that's my video. She'll say this is my live stream for a short little time, but I hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Give me your thoughts about, you know, Extreme Rules. Give me your thoughts about Money in the Bank. Thoughts about two release from Cody Rhodes and Adam Rose. Yeah, give me your thoughts about it. Well, until then, I see you guys next time. Bye.